So, a new teaser trailer just dropped for the new Chaos Champions. Here's the first one. If you haven't seen it already, I'll shut my face and let you watch it. It's only a minute long. There it is, Azazel is the champion for Slaanesh, and alongside this video came a blog revealing not only his campaign mechanics but also the Warriors of Chaos new campaign mechanics. So first of all, what is in this pack with the champions? 4 new legendary lords, that's of course 1 new champion for each of the monogod factions, Azazel being the first one for Slaanesh, new campaign mechanics playable in both Immortal Empires and Realm of Chaos, not interacting with the Urson storyline though, thank God. A bunch of new units in battle, 8 new marked lords and heroes, 36 new marked versions of Mortal Chaos units, new Chaos War Shrines with 4 marked variants. I must pretend I do not know what that is, otherwise the CA snipers will shoot me. 4 regiments of renown for each Chaos Gods as well coming with this, so lots to look forward to. As for Azazel himself, he is a melee slash flying slash caster lord. He comes with the Temptator ability, granting a temporary ward save and damage reflection. And he has a couple of spells from the lore of Slaanesh, Phantasmagoria and Lash of Slaanesh. So should be a pretty powerful legendary lord. Of course he is flying, so he'll have that mobility as well. As for campaign mechanics, we can see here plus 80 diplomatic relations with all the human factions, so they should be easy to manipulate. Vassals gain immunity to psychology and they spread corruption. Can seduce units just like Nikari in the whole Slaanesh mechanics. Same thing with Seductive Influence and Gifts of Slaanesh. For Lord effects, he has Domineering Aura, whatever the hell that does, doesn't really tell us. Seducing units with Azazel before a battle costs 20% less against those human units, plus a 25% budget to the Seduce units cost, so he should be able to recruit some better units than maybe Nikari could, or more of them if they're cheaper. As for the plot of Azazel's campaign, he'll be trying to get to the ancient city of Zanbaijin, where the servants of the Chaos Gods have clashed for millennia, meaning there's lots of dead souls there. And to quote the blog, your champion must forge their path to Zanbaijin by forcing open still healing scars in the world created by Urson's Roar. Only then will you be able to find the altar of battle and claim the souls for your patron god. So given that it's talking about Urson's Roar, I guess that's for the Chaos Realms, that kind of plot. And then the Immortal Empires campaign will have some simpler objectives. So all of that is the more Azazel-focused stuff. Now onto the mechanics that will be shared not only by Azazel and the champions, but also the Warriors of Chaos as well. So Archaon, Colex, Sigvold, these are some of their new mechanics. First up, the Gifts of Chaos. We see this panel with this kind of Ouija board, which is kind of the focal point of the panel, but more important than even that is this little number up in the top right with this little blue symbol. That's our Souls currency. That's the new currency the Warriors of Chaos will be using. So you'll be trying to earn that throughout your campaign to use, I imagine, for various things, one of which is these Gifts of Chaos. Now you see on this Ouija board thing that there are 2 slots unlocked here, and the rest of them are locked. You fill these slots with these Gifts of Chaos on the left, and you can see they have an upkeep of souls per turn. So this first one, Fury of Chaos, it says units will be instantly added to your gifted units pool and every 3 turns afterwards. So if you wanted to take that, you click add to slot at the bottom there, you pay a souls price, you pay the upkeep per turn, and then you'll get those Furies every 3 turns. And then Ruinous Bulwark, that gives us 1,000 defensive supplies, 15% missile resistance, and the Shatterstone ability for sieges. Then below that in the bottom left, we get Casualty Replenishment for Chaos Marauders and Melee Attack for Chaos Marauders, and maybe an extra one you can unlock there as well. And then the next one is more expensive. The upkeep is 100 souls on that one, whereas it's 50 on the others. So they seem to get more expensive as you go, and you can see there's a little scroll bar next to those, so there is going to be more down below these 4. But that last one adds the attribute of Fear to all undivided units. So it basically turns you into the vampire counts, where everyone is spooky, and also gives some XP as well. So those are the types of things that you'll be getting. This is for Azazel though, so I imagine they'll change with the different Chaos Gods and for Warriors. of Chaos, Chaos Undivided, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that's the first system for the Warriors of Chaos and for the new champions, the Gifts of Chaos. You'll be able to choose a bunch of different buffs to aid you in campaign, however you like to play. So it seems like a nice system that adds some good customization. So that's the first mechanic. The next one is Dark Fortresses and Vassals, which I will read from the blog. Occupying a special Dark Fortress region, most often found in the Chaos Wastes and the Norscan homelands, enables the Champion of Chaos to construct a powerful stronghold. By occupying a Dark Fortress in a Norscan homeland capital, you will gain the respective Norscan faction as an eternal vassal for as long as you control their homeland. So it's basically a special settlement you can capture, and then it'll give you an automatic vassal to come with that to help, I guess, defend it and maybe attack some nearby enemies. It'll probably have some unique buildings that might allow you to get some decent buffs or units. Otherwise, a nice little vassal system. Now to the best part of this rework, in my opinion, is the new Warband's upgrade mechanic. Again, here's an image of it. Let's zoom in so we can see what the hell is going on. So a unit of Chaos Marauders has been selected from the army, and you can see here it says it's going to turn them into Marauders of Slaanesh. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but you can see the tree here. These Marauders can turn into Forsaken, potentially. They can turn into other kinds of Marauders. Those Marauders can even go and turn into Cavalry, into Chaos Knights there. Or you can take some Skirmish Cav and turn it into a Chariot or into Hellstrider Cavalry. And you can see the two symbols on the right here. You've got the Slaanesh symbol or the Undivided symbol. So in theory, you can change that and upgrade your units through the Warriors of Chaos roster instead. So you might start off as Chaos Marauders, into Chaos Warriors, then up to Chosen. So yeah, you get the idea. Of course, they're going to get more expensive as they go, but the units are going to get better. So you don't have to disband units anymore with the Warriors of Chaos. You simply turn them into something better when you want to. So it sounds like a damn good system. It should be a lot of fun. The blog also mentions that the Champions of Chaos recruit all their forces instantly, either from local provinces or as units granted via Chaos gifts. So things are going to be recruited instantly, and that's a pretty powerful tool to have in campaign. It gives you a lot of freedom, and I guess the Warriors of Chaos factions, like Archaon, Kolek, Sigvald, will be able to recruit from any of the Monogod factions. As I showed in my part 1 of this video, the Chaos roster had the option to take Nurgle units, Slaanesh units, Tzeentch units, and Khorne units. So they should be able to recruit from pretty much everybody, whereas Azazel here, as a Slaanesh-focused lord, may only be able to get those Warriors of Chaos units and the Slaanesh units. And obviously, the same thing would apply to the other 4 champions of the different Chaos gods. So yeah, that's the new Warband system and how the new Warriors of Chaos and these 4 champions will work. And that brings us to the last system, the Path to Glory system, which is pretty much the same idea as the previous one, it's just for lords. So you know how the Warriors of Chaos have the generic Chaos Lord and Chaos Sorcerer Lord? Well, now those will be able to be upgraded and eventually turned maybe into a Demon Prince if you want to. And what's more is all of the new Monogod factions are also gaining new Sorcerer or Chaos Lords. So they'll have those generic options on their roster now as well, and those lords need to complete certain challenges to unlock these boons to help them out, and they can also choose which path they want to upgrade to either improve what they're already doing or change to something new. So another nice system just for customizing your lords a bit, even though they're normally just generic boring lords, now you can make them a little more exciting. So that's it for the campaign mechanics. There is a whole bunch of new units though coming to all the Monogod factions of all the different kind of similar Warriors of Chaos units. As you can see here, we got those new Chaos Lords I just mentioned. We've got Exalted Heroes and Chaos Sorcerer Heroes for the different Monogods. Chaos Marauders, Chaos Warriors, Chosen of Slaanesh, Chosen of Tzeentch, Forsaken of Khorne. Those weren't there before. Marauder Horsemen, Chaos Knights of all the different factions. You get the idea. All of the Chaos units are now being monogodded up to be available for all factions and thus recruitable through that new Warband system. There's also some new Regiments of Renown, one for each of the Monogods. You can pause the video if you want to read what these do. We'll look more at these when we can actually see them and have a good look at them. And that about does it. It goes on to say that the mechanics of Chaos Gifts, Dark Fortresses, Warbands, and Path to Glory are available for Warriors of Chaos, as we already knew from this video, hopefully. The blog also mentions another little DLC with a few extra units, so just tons of units coming. And we now know what the Warriors of Chaos campaign mechanics are going to be like, at least the shared ones. I imagine, hopefully, that Archaon, Kolek, Sigvald will have their own slightly more unique mechanics and takes as well. And then we still have the other 3 champions to look forward to and seeing what their unique mechanics are going to be like for Khorne, Nurgle, and Tzeentch. So a lot to look forward to. Let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the future.